episode of The Simpsons that it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around. You only move twice. After the 7th Treehouse of Horror episode, this is the season 8 premiere of The Simpsons, and because of the Simpsons moving from Springfield to Cypress Creek, probably got a lot of hype. Monthly, it's airing. That's just my assumption because it aired almost 2 years before I was born. I was born on the same day as the Google search engine. So you do the math. I can't control the way the wind blows. That's just the way the wind goes. And that's just the way the wind blows. So yeah, I thought it was kind of funny how when I thought it was kind of funny how Otto was so used to being bored that when the Simpsons offered Glenn to stay in their household, whenever Glenn lived in their household, they were, which he definitely made the most of when they were gone. Being out with his girlfriend, sleeping in, his girlfriend. When he looked at the windows, he said, "Wow, windows! I don't think you can afford this place." Something like that. I don't think I can afford this place. So yeah, the Simpsons moved. So yeah, Homer can say, and he only did it twice. Homer gets a new job. Cypress Creek, working for Hank Scorpio at the Globex Corporation because, ironically, he's the next highest ranking musician under Smithers, who rejected the offer because he was too loyal to Charles Montgomery Burns to have a better job with the kinder boss. Now, since Homer Simpson isn't gay for Mr. Burns, not even in Homer the Smithers, especially not in Homer the Smithers, so he convinces his entire family to move to Cypress Creek with him after they watch a videotape together that he was given to advertise the city for making a movie. So the Simpsons moved to Cypress Creek, and we got a nice goodbye from most of the supporting cast, except Nelson. He just points at that like he always does. So yeah, once they arrive in Cypress Creek, Hank Scorpio is very quick to greet them. He's a really he had a lot of fun interacting with and socializing with the Simpsons, and I can tell Albert Brooks, that Albert Brooks that I know and love Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. He definitely sounded like he had a lot of fun playing Hank Scorpio, and he's definitely my most favorite out of the whole collection of the Simpsons guest characters that Albert Brooks has voiced over the years. Over the past 2 years. Yeah. The favorite line is this, try the papayas. They're juicy and full of papayin. Papayin. Try the papayas. They're juicy and full of papayin. Makes you strong like papayin. Papayin. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Hank Scorpio was a really nice, friendly, quirky, and noble man who doesn't like being called boss. He actually first wants to call him Hank. He's been already first name basis. But secret secretly, Hank Scorpio is Hank Scorpio is Hank Scorpio is secretly been on the world domination, or at least, okay, maybe not world domination, but at least the East Coast domination. There's a guy kind of got made of Pint Stupid doesn't want to take over the world, just the tri-state area. But yeah, this is named after You Only Live Twice, and you know, there's one point you even have James Bond buried in the story. So here's what so after many years I was finally able to decipher what You Only Live Twice is about. Well, it's kind of like Episode of Ghost Mile, but much better because unlike Professor Utonium, Homer Simpson wasn't just pretending he liked it in Cypress Creek. The organic conflict of You Only Live Twice came from the fact that Homer Simpson, while Homer Simpson was Homer Simpson liked working with Hank Scorpio and you know, it had a really good, the end credits had a really good theme song for Hank Scorpio, Frank Scorpio, that really helps you, that really makes you want to work with a boss like him. He'll welcome you into his lair like a nobleman welcomes his guest. He'll teach better care with his stock plan that helps you invest. Plus beware of his generous pensions, plus 3 weeks paid vacation each year. And on Fridays the lunchroom serves hot dogs and burgers and beer. He loves German beer. Sorry, I decided I didn't want to sing that in a high-pitched woman voice like it was usually sung. I don't really do a good job. Pick it up the voice though, so you know, practice, I'll eventually get better at it. 10 years. Oh yeah, okay, so back to the main conflict of You Only Live Twice. The problem with You Only Live Twice is, Homer liked it in Cypress Creek, but you know, the other Simpsons hate it. Maggie didn't really have as much fun on that automatic play swing as Marge was. Well, Marge had nothing to do in their home in their new home because it cleaned itself. They'll afford her. She also stuff from her apartment playing a hobby. She started drinking. Lisa was taking a nature walk, but she liked the children at first, but then she started sneezing. On the flowers, and it wasn't nature hike. Wasn't as much fun as she thought it would be. And I think Lisa's class in Cypress Creek maybe on holiday, and that's why she was out, and Bart wasn't. I felt really bad for Bart too because. Really bad for Bart too because he got sent down to the leg up class just because he wasn't good at writing cursive, and he didn't like how boring and easy everything was because, well, musical chairs, they had more chairs than there were kids to walk around them, so everyone was a winner. You know, that was really sad because, you know, because the teacher there thought going slower than the rest of the kids would help them catch up. Oh yeah. So yeah, eventually, Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson was Homer Simpson was borderline unaware of, Hank Scorpio's fun that type of things. Okay, well, maybe he did do some of it, but he was too sad about his family to really care that much about missing out on something great with Hank Scorpio fighting off government interference. And then Homer Simpson told Hank Scorpio that he wanted to move back to Springfield since the rest of his family didn't like him in Cypress Creek. And for what it's worth, I think Homer made the right choice. I mean, not because I don't like Hank Scorpio. I still think he's very cool. He's maybe a comical villain, but he's still much nicer of a villain than Mr. Burns ever was. And, I could see why he was too likable to be the main antagonist of the Simpsons movie. Too much positive energy to really be a passable antagonist. I mean, I guess if there was a later episode, I guess he could work as an antagonist if he suddenly were to make a third major appearance on The Simpsons that expands upon his earlier plan to seize the East Coast. Because in a singular episode, it would be a smaller scale adventure and stakes than in the movie, and his second appearance already was in a title screen gang where I think it was in 500 Keys, where he was in this really cool fighter jet and said it was either this or a Porsche. Yeah, so the thing about Yelling At Twice is I was disappointed in this the first time I watched it because a lot of people on here talking about a lot of hype, it's the greatest thing ever, or it was one of the Simpsons' greatest episodes ever. Maybe it is the reason they can't really decipher. Maybe it was so much better and revolutionary to watch when it originally aired. But the point is, I think Yelling At Twice is just another really good episode of The Simpsons. I don't think it's one of the greatest episodes. It didn't really hit me in the heart. It's the same way that Bart gets an F, Lisa substitute, Mr. Lisa goes to Washington, or Lisa versus Malcolm Stacy did. But it was much better to watch than I originally thought. The reason I was disappointed was because everybody else who thought it was one of the best The Simpsons episodes ever left my expectations way too high.